You know, I bet we could do a little video here. Let's see if this works. This is Creeedmoor Fury's backed Eden garden. Planted densely, lots of diversity. You can see right here there's Egyptian walking onions, there's thornless blackberries, and well, there's plenty of brassicas. That which you see here is seeding Brussels sprouts because we save the seeds and we plant the next generation. There's some muskadine greens down there behind some other onions, some mixed onions I planted this year. Right there, more onions and a living edge border. That's muskadine grape. Goes all the way down. And then right there we have two mature, very old muskadine plants. It's Mike and Kim. We love them. Let's just keep walking. Down here at the feet, there's some flax. You can see the blue flowers right there. Wood chips. I'm standing on 16 inches of composted wood chips. Of course, wood chips on top. Got some zucchini here coming in. Some winter squash. See? Winter squash right there. Right there. Brassicas. There's more brassicas here. Plenty of broccoli. Here's a zucchini here. It's still a baby, but it's growing. It's an apple tree. More brassicas. You can see right there is my irrigation system. Food grade hoses only. The other side of Mike and Kim. There's plenty of room to walk in here. Plenty of room to work. I don't make paths. I just build the garden. What is over there? Really, what's over there? Well, some more zucchini over here. Some more muskadine over here. Look at all that. Oregano. It's full of honeybees right now. Just amazing. I've got my lettuces, my leafy green lettuce over there. They have seeded, or they should be dropping seeds soon. Some more massive broccoli plants over there. Root crops. I got a lot of root crops growing in here. This used to be all strawberries, but we took the strawberries out and moved them over. Now it's sweet potatoes. Plenty of room. These will be allowed to grow and they'll be managed at about a 36-inch diameter. So 18-inch radius, 36-inch diameter. That way they don't wander all over the place and try to put seeds everywhere. You know, we don't want them to make sweet potatoes, small sweet potatoes everywhere. I just want them to make big sweet potatoes, right? Oh, big? Yeah, that's not a sweet potato. But this is definitely how stuff grows here. You know, once things get mature, you'll see the size of my hand, you see the size of the root. There's more. There's a lot more. I don't plant these. They plant themselves. Some columbine down there. Wait, where's the columbine? There. Grows from seeds. Put them at the base of the apple tree and they just come in. Leaf miners will love them. What else can we look into? Flowers are pretty. The bees are gorgeous. Okay. Predatory species. Hoverflies. You name it. They're all in here. This is life. All of this life is what drives the system. All of it. There's no weeds in here. I've got plenty of basil growing on the ground that I haven't pulled out. All chocolate basil. But I don't bother with it. It doesn't bother with me. Cilantro. Pretty much matured out. I think there's a sprig of pokeweed in there. They're probably reaching and grab right now. Toss it out of the garden. Tomatoes, greenhouse, peppers, more apples. Onions, we grow these in pots. You can see they do really well. They definitely require a little bit of instruction. Over here I've got a section that I use for growing carrots exclusively. This is thyme. It's about 12 or 13 years old, and it's full of pollinators right now. As many pollinators as you see here. And the wasps back there on the other side, there's some predatory wasps and some other species of insects that we just love. This is why I can't use chemicals. Volunteer tomato stands in the face of adversity. This place is Roundup Central, not by me, not by my hands, not by my doing, but by those of my neighbors who still live with one foot in the past. Y'all know what these are. They don't need any introduction. They're growing just fine. There's even a broccoli there. The artichokes look like a mess. That's okay. They produced plenty for us. Got some more tomatoes down in here. They're growing everywhere. Got pretty much every kind of pepper you can imagine growing in here. There's some ghosts. Some bananas, some oranges, some greens. These things are my permanent crops. They grow all the time. If I show you in there, you can see plenty of tomatoes. There's even a cucumber growing in here. Y'all want to go grab a cucumber? See if we can find one. How's that? It's hard to go anywhere and not see the vestiges of my predatory species. See that? That's from a ladybug right there. May as well harvest this, right? It looks great. Yeah, it looks yummy because it is yummy. 6 minutes and change has passed and we haven't even scraped the barrel of the garden. I mean, I don't know what to say. There's so much to see. It would take an hour to pass it all. I'll try to move faster. Okay, so there you can see I've got some bee balm. I love my bees, so we got bee balm. Okay, come around the side over here. There's more onions, more native species of plants. They're going to be pretty flowers on that soon. Way more onions, more living edge over here, and more root crops. Okay, this is part of the most mature side of my garden. This is how things grow here. See that? See that? See them there? Folks, Creeedmoor's been at this a while. Swiss chard, love it. Love it. Kale, love it. Flowers, love them. Bunching onions, just love them, love them, love them. Love all of them. Y'all don't want to see that comfrey, right? You've seen plenty of that. Let's go to the fruit plot. So we're passing the asparagus. It's probably about 80 plants there. There's 2 totes full of corn. I grew them there and then transplanted them in the corn plot. We're kind of headed that way. Little gap right here, some Bermuda grass and some food for my bees. A solid border, it's rubber. UV resistant from a rubber tree. Volunteer tomatoes wrapped around my blueberries. Blueberries as far as the eyes can see. It's just gorgeous. I've got flowers here because I love bees. Behind those flowers is more bees. And there's my thornless blackberries, just absolutely slam full of blackberries. Same for the blueberries, they're just full of blueberries. This is wood chips down here, folks. Take a good, long, hard look at this. That base is wood chips. Okay? See that little mashed out spot that is right there? From a rabbit. See that little mashed out spot right there? From his sister. But look at my fruits. They look like they're struggling because I got 2 rabbits in the garden. I'm going to show you what they do. They eat the leaves off of my my strawberries down there. Oh yeah, we love the ground fruits. We just love them. Transplanted these strawberries. I got the first flush off of them. And then the rabbits came and ate the leaves. I think the rabbits are in cahoots with the grasshoppers. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Look at these cucumbers. Look at these cucumbers. Look at this baby blueberry that I moved this fall. Fall? No. It was later than that. I think it was still in the winter, late winter. It's hot out here. Creeedmoor's been in the sun too long today. Yeah, anyway, this is more ground fruit. Elderberry being pruned by, I suppose, probably some type of an insect. I would expect that. I just planted the elderberry. Look at it now. It's already 4 feet tall. What's it in? Decomposed wood chips. Right there, the decomposed wood chips are about 16 inches deep. Yeah. Does it look like anything's missing? Oh, look, there's a squash bug. Hi, squash bug. Yeah, you know to be afraid of me, don't you? It's the hand of Creeedmoor. He didn't make it. He got sniped. More blueberries. I moved this big, luscious blueberry up here. Didn't expect it to do much, but it produced blueberries. It's partnered by forsythia, because forsythia likes alkaline. Again, pay attention closely. Forsythia likes alkaline, blueberry likes acidic. They're next door neighbors. I'm going to get back. Does it look like they're struggling with each other? It shouldn't, because they're not. I'm going to open the gate. It's going to make a little noise. Now, because the soil microbes that live in the 16 inches of wood chips down there have no problem manifesting whatever acids are necessary to satisfy the needs of the blueberry and also to satisfy the needs of forsythia. Creeedmoor planted that as a green stick and created an entire new forsythia that you see. The other side, this is my root section. There's a sea of potatoes. 16 inches of wood chips, blackberries galore, fruiting cherry tree, fruits every year, gets pruned every fall. It's already overgrown. I'll put some more baby strawberries on this side just because I like them, because the flower is pretty, and because when I'm working in the garden, I like to reach back and just eat some of those strawberries. You can see them there. We're pretty well protected from the deer because the deer love to come in here and do their thing. You'll see the color of those cucumbers. You'd never know that I suffered from deep bouts with mosaic virus in the past in this very plot. Folks, don't give up. I'm in the middle of a drought right now, probably the most extreme drought we've been in the middle of for quite some time. Far worse than last year. Doing everything I can to keep my potatoes alive. Blackberries don't care. Let's turn towards the fruit plot. I should say away from the fruit plot and towards the corn plot. Three Sisters planting method is utilized here, but I also have dill. You can see beans down there. Those are bush beans. Put the bush beans on the outside of the inner fence. Just beyond that's the dill. Keeps the soil sweet. Keeps the insects guessing because dill has a very potent aroma. I've got some small tree starts that I'm working on here. Y'all can hear my alarm in the background. And then the corn. Okay? This is the third year I'm growing corn here. Somehow we took on a tomato plant volunteer. Got some fruiting cherry here, some more forsythia, and a blueberry plant over there that's probably having a tough time because I'm not giving it enough love. But the corn is doing fine despite how dry it is. There's even a row of potatoes in there. See them? And then more of those beans. Oh, yeah. There's the third sister right there. It's a big place, folks. We're going to walk by the greenhouse and I'm going to take you to the vineyard, okay? Got to have some moisture for the birds. Compost piles. We need to talk about this, folks. You can do it. And if you got parents who can't do it and you know they grow, you do it for them. Okay? Because you can. I'll even help you. Consolidation stations over here. This is where the resources go. This is where things tend to grow. This is how you find out that your system works. Because typically, if you have plenty of garden waste, you're going to have plenty of compost. This is a small compost ring. It's a very devoted, dedicated system. Okay, we need to talk about that too. Fermentation vessels over here. Fermented plant juice, liquid plant juice, things like that. Yeah, we'll talk about that 3. Okay? Pasture management. We're in a drought. If I cut this soil grass down right now, everything will go to powder. It'll all get dusty. So I selectively cut so that I can leave plenty of food sources for the insects. Beyond that, you can see there's the vineyard. My hardening off zone. We get plants to grow inside the greenhouse. We get trees and shrubs and bushes propagated in there. And then they come out here to where they can be introduced to the environment kind of gently. There's my blue girl rose right there. She's a baby. We're really caring for her. Plenty of figs. American and giant. Some euonymus right there, just getting in. Some mums as well, and azaleas. And over here we have my hospital. This is my hospital region. Creeedmoor has a hospital zone. I know you'd think it'd be closer to my laboratory, but it's not, because my lab is next to the garden, and I don't want sick plants next to my garden. So we're treating some powdery mildew on these cherry trees. The azaleas do not have powdery mildew. Neither does the rose. They're all resistive. Okay, I know we're walking away from the greenhouse. This is, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, the 4th year I've been managing this vineyard. I planted them myself with my best buds. And they are all white muskadines. There's 20 plants there. 2 lines, okay? 2 lines. This 2-line system, when it's fully operational and everybody looks just like that one you're looking at right there, we're gonna get 50 pounds of grapes per cordon. Yeah. So that one right there has 4 cordons. Every one of them has 4 cordons. There's 20 plants. Each has 4 cordons. So that's a lot of weight in grapes. Oh, y'all want to see? You don't believe me. I know. Creeedmoor's just a smack talker, right? Everybody wants to believe I'm just a smack talker. Look closely. This is the first flush. They're coming in. I could walk every single line. They all look just like that. We'll go fast. Drought, drought, drought. Everywhere we're drought. Doing the best I can to keep things alive. Okay. We do cut and drop some of the debris right below. All of these were tubed with 12-inch shears manually. The giant scissors, no gasoline. I used Creeedmoor power. And there's some new plantings here. There's actually a table grape down there. So here we are, 18 minutes, and we haven't even finished the whole tour. Well, there's my aquatic center down there. Y'all may have seen it in some other videos. It's responsible for some nutritional inputs here at the farm, as well as fish. I have bass and maybe a couple small cats and some brim in there. So we'll catch a couple pounds of fish, and then we'll make some fertilizer. I ferment it. The purslane, that's what's growing there. That's a water purslane. And it basically roots right into the water. It helps to cycle nitrogen in the soil and the water. Sorry, from the soil. Nitrogen that comes from up there, washes down in the rain, washes down into the water, into here, and then inundates the water. So the purslane helps to cycle the nitrogen from the soil into the water, into a harmless state that doesn't interrupt the life of the fish. Okay, so since we don't use any chemical toxins on the farm, I don't have to worry about that ending up in my aquatic station. You can see the flowers are beginning to form. I want the flowers to form before I harvest. So this is where the bulk of the green manure comes from my composting systems. It's just a natural resource. I grow it over and over again. It works really, really well. It doesn't cost me anything. The rest of the insects feed back here. It's my lower pasture. So I'm also taking grasses from the pasture. I'm going to wrap this up because we're almost at 20 minutes. Nobody's going to stick around that long. Nobody. If you haven't done so already and you do appreciate getting some good information from time to time in your inbox, please feel free to subscribe. Like it too, to tell the algorithm that you appreciate the content that I'm providing for you. And by all means, please share. Come back, watch the other videos. They're going to tell you what to do. Peace. God be with.